Hey everybody, it's Matt from the house, and I'm here with Jason from Burton and Mr. Dave Downing, and we are going to talk to you a little bit about the Custom. Let's check this out. All right, the Burton Custom. This is the best-selling all-mountain, go anywhere, do anything board on the market for I can't even tell you how many years. And what I always tell people is that this is the one board that nobody hates. Dave, why does nobody hate this board?
I don't know. I think it's just dependable, really. You know, like it's just a dependable snowboard you can kind of take anywhere. Was the process of designing in the beginning in '94 or whatever that was we wanted a very dependable thing. And the story is, you know, around '94, Joe Curtis, who rode for Burton, and myself had an opportunity to work on a board together. And, you know, at that time there were some pro model boards. Terry had a board, pro model, and Brushy had a pro model, and it was all the high-end materials and nice stuff, you know, but had their name on it. And we wanted the same kind of concept of a board, but we didn't want anybody's name on it. We just wanted this custom thing. So we came up with the name Custom, and then we went and, you know, we were riding Burton Air 6.0 or whatever it was, 5.0. Classics back then, and we were riding these Burton Airs, and we wanted something, you know, a little more universal. And JG at Burton and myself went down to New Zealand, and it was '94, and we had like 2 board bags full of boards, you know, like 14 boards or whatever, and they all had different, you know, flexes, different waist width, different side cut, different camber lines, different nose. We really played a lot with the nose radius and the nose length and tail length and everything. And we basically, after those 2 weeks or whatever it was, came up with the shape that became the Custom. It hasn't really changed a whole lot. Basically the same board it was back in the day. It's just super dependable. It's that board that somebody could just take one board and go anywhere in the world and ride it. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's a directional snowboard with a twin flex. So it has a twin flex. I don't know if it was one of the first ones to do that, but that was really popular. And why we wanted that, because we wanted to land backwards and forwards the same, but, you know, we wanted a little bit longer nose than tail length. It's just very, very versatile.
Yeah, and it's pretty cool too, because this thing comes in a plethora of sizes, you know, and obviously if you got one board that can do everything, I mean, you're looking at Zeb Powell destroying the park and streets on this thing, but you're also looking at Mikkel Bang riding a 170 wide at, you know, natural selection. Obviously it can do everything, but the cool thing is that it comes in, I think, every 2 centimeters, if I'm not mistaken, and you can literally dial it in and say, like, okay, I want the Custom, this is my style of riding. And I always kind of say, like, that old chin to nose, you know, for buying your snowboard. And I always tell people, it's like, you can do a board that's here for park, here for all mountain, and here for free ride, and all those sizes exist in the Custom. So it's a super, not only is it a super versatile board, but there's a super versatile size range in it too.
Yeah, like I ride a 54, 56 and a 58. I can ride all 3 of those sizes. You know, I'm 190 pounds and 5'9" or whatever. So
yeah, like 58's more your big mountain, bigger, wide open stuff.
Yeah, for sure. And then like the 54, I ride a, you know, smaller ski resort or something like that. So I can ride all 3 of those models. But it's super versatile.
The other cool thing about this thing too is that it comes in multiple bends. So there actually is a flying V with rocker to the camber, rocker in the nose. There's the traditional cambered version. So depending on if you like that, you know, easier catch free floatier design, or if you want that little bit more aggressive edge to edge, you know, feel, you've got that. And then the board is kind of that mid riding. It's still a high end board, but it's not a super stiff board. But they have spawned the Custom X in both Flying V and Camber too. So if you want that super, super aggressive board and you've been riding the Custom for a while and maybe you're looking to ride faster and harder, there actually is the Custom X version as well. So what do you ride?
I like the Custom X 56. That's kind of my, if I had to have one board for the rest of my life, that would be the Custom X 56.
Cool.
It's got just a little bit more energy, but it's the same chassis, same mold, same everything. Just, you know, a little lighter core, but a little bit more carbon. It's just a little bit livelier. and they're a lot easier to ride than they used to be. I mean, the old Custom X's were just like diving bolts. Yeah, they were just, and you know, like if you weren't on it, they would, you know, they'd kill you. But it's like, it's easier to ride, just a little bit more lively than the standard Custom. You know, than what the old Custom X's used to be. That's the one that I like personally.
Dependability. That's the word.
Yeah, the most universal board, and again, twin flex. You're in the center of the side cut, but you got a little taller nose for deep snow.
Yeah, so when you're riding on flat snow, this thing just, you think it's a twin tip board just because of how it rides, but you get that extra nose, so it wants to float when you get into some deeper stuff. And that's, again, another reason why it is so versatile is that it feels like a twin board on the flat snow, and that's when you're riding park, and then it feels like a directional board when you get it into the deep snow, because that's what it wants to do.
Yeah, and even the side cut isn't crazy either. It's not super deep. I mean, it's not crazy now. It's just perfect right down the middle. Turns really smooth. Turns as sharp as you need it to, but it's not going to be super hooky or super turny. Things you just
double thumbs up.
You're at home. You're at home.
All right. Well, thanks for checking out our video about the Custom, and hopefully you understand why this board is what it is. And it's one of those things where if you're looking at the Burton lineup, you want an all-mountain board, and you just don't know what to get, just do the Custom. You can't go wrong. Literally, you can't go wrong. The reason this thing is the #1 selling board for that all-mountain ride, riding the park, riding the POW, and everywhere in between. But if you got any questions beyond what we talked about in the video, leave some comments down below. We're on there every single day trying to answer your questions. We want to make sure we get you into some rad gear, but more importantly, we want to make sure it's actually going to fit you and your riding style, because that's the most important thing. Like, subscribe. Definitely get that notification bell on too, so you can find out when all the new videos drop. And whether you're riding the park, whether you're riding the deep snow, or whether you're riding everything in between, find the right size Custom for you and get out and ride, because any day of riding is a good day of riding.